Hi, everybody. Today is Monday, October 26th, and we are starting a new unit. We're still going to practice using the same standards we've been using since your summative is going to be this week, but we are moving on to a new novel. If you have not picked up your library book yet, the library is actually closed because Miss Raybuck's in quarantine, and we will touch base with you later when she's back. Okay, but you're gonna have to just read the. I'll give you a digital copy to read. Okay, if you don't have the book yet, so don't worry about it. If you don't have the book, we'll figure something out for you. Anyway, first thing you need to do is complete your bell work. The book we're going to read is called Before We Were Free. And so, what I want you to do is think about the title and predict what you think this novel is going to be about. So, go ahead and pause the video lesson now. And after you've completed your bell work, come back here and hit play. Okay, so you should have completed your bell work. A few things I want to point out. I have posted the graded rubrics for formative RI 8.2. That's what you took Wednesday. If you scored below a 3, then you may revise it because otherwise you didn't pass. If you scored a 3 or higher, do not revise it. Okay, so I only want you to revise the formatives from now on if you don't get a 3 or higher. Okay, so your summative is going to be this week. You need to get caught up on your missing formatives if you have any outstanding. The standard we're going to be looking at is I can determine central ideas and analyze how they are developed through key details. Well, that's the I can statement, but it's from the standard RI 8.2. All right, so here we go. The description of the novel Before We Were Free is as follows. The novel is based on the author's own life during the 1960s. The novel has a Spanish influence, discusses mature topics, and is considered a young adult multicultural novel. So I expect you to be mature, and when we come across mature content, I do not want you laughing or giggling or acting immature because it's just at your age, you got this. Please just be mature about it, okay? All right, so now I want you to pause the video and watch this 3-minute video. Pause the video and you have a little documentary. It's really short, it's like 3 minutes. Go ahead and pause it and watch that video. And then you're going to answer some questions on your assignment based on that video. So when you open up your assignment, you'll see I have a few bullet points. We already talked about that stuff. Complete your bell work was the first thing you should have done. Here's the link to the video. Just click on that. Once you're done, I want you to answer these 6 questions. I would go ahead and I recommend that you read these questions first and then you listen to the video. Okay, the little documentary. And again, it's only 3 minutes. So when you're done with that, hop back over here. Okay? Okay, so you should have watched the 3-minute video, and so and you should have answered these questions based on the video. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is it's kind of like a mini biography that Julia Alvarez wrote about herself. Okay, it's called About Me, but we're going to I'm going to read the first 2 paragraphs to you. Then we're going to talk about some stuff. Then I'm going to have you continue reading it and answer the questions at the bottom. Okay. And so we're doing this a little bit different than usual. So here's the beginning of this. I guess the first thing I should say is that I was not born in the Dominican Republic. The flap bio on Garcia Girls mentioned I was born in the Dominican Republic, and a lot of bios after that changed raised to born, and soon I was getting calls from my mother. I was born in New York City, during my parents' first and failed stay in the United States. When I was 3 months old, my parents, both native Dominicans, decided to return to their homeland, preferring the dictatorship of Trujillo to the USA of the early 50s. Once again, my father got involved in the underground, and soon my family was in deep trouble. We left hurriedly in the 1960s, 4 months before the founder of that underground, the Marable sisters, were brutally murdered by the dictatorship. See, in the time of butterflies. Okay, so we're pausing here, and that's just kind of the first two paragraphs of the article you're going to read here in a minute, okay? So let's look at some setting context. Haiti is a Caribbean country, and the Dominican Republic is to its east. So here's like a little map for you to kind of understand, where the Dominican Republic is, Hades, there's Bahamas up here, here's Cuba, okay? So, the Haitian culture developed out of centuries of slavery. Education is only offered to children between ages 6 to 12, and because of this, most of the population is illiterate. Housing consists of two-room dwellings that have mud walls and floors. Haiti's death rate is high, mainly because of the prevalence of infectious diseases and parasitic diseases. Voodoo is a traditional Afro-Haitian religion that combines philosophy, medicine, justice, and religion. It means spirit. And here's some pictures of Haiti in the 1960s. And you can kind of see, look how close together all those buildings are there. And then look at them carrying all these weapons and stuff. This is the Dominican Republic. Okay. And you kind of see little dresses and stuff. So the next thing we're going to look at is this picture. Who do you think these two men are? So one of these men is based out of the US and the other one's based out of the Dominican Republic. How do you think they know each other? Who do you think they are? Do they look like good people? What do you think? And you can pause this for a second and think about it if you'd like. Okay, so the man on the left is actually President Nixon. And this is a picture taken of when he was vice president and he was doing his, like a tour of all the Latin American countries. I think it was called the Goodwill Tour or something like that. And on the right here, we have Raphael Leonidas Trujillo Molino. So that's the former dictator of the Dominican Republic. Um, so, and he was the dictator from the 1930 to 1961. So when you hear El Jefe, or you read it in the book, it actually is it's Spanish and it means boss or chief. And this is actually one of the bloodiest eras ever in the Americas. Okay, so this is when the Parsley Massacre happened, which was a mass killing of Haitians that were living in the Dominican Republic. And Trujillo, I'm saying that wrong, Trujillo, yeah, Trujillo tries to establish a border with Haiti. Haiti was once a part of the Dominican Republic, so that's important to know. So Trujillo's rule brought the country a great deal of stability and prosperity through his 31-year reign, so that's a good thing. But the price was high. Civil liberties were non existent, and human rights violations were routine. So that's definitely a bad thing. Okay. So, and this is important to know, Las Hermanas Mirabal and those were the Mirabal sisters. They were four sisters in the Dominican Republic, known commonly as Patria, Minerva, Maria Teresa, and Dede, who opposed Trujillo. Okay, so they founded a secret group called Los Mariposas, the Butterflies. Okay, so that is all the background info I'm going to give you. So now I want you to do two things. I need you to finish reading the About Me article and answer the questions. So here's the article, and you can scroll down here and the questions, okay? And then I also want you to read this little review. It's super short, and answer the next 5 questions, okay? So when you're done, then turn it in and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.